Coach Biggs here, your corner man for strength and vitality. Today what I want to address is the missing link in modern training, joint stability. We do a lot of machine work and we focus on the big aesthetic muscles like the pecs and the quads and the butt, but we avoid the small muscles that create stability in the joints, which prevent injuries over time. Knee replacement, hip replacement, shoulder surgery, rotator cuff surgery, etc. What I'm going to share with you is a couple simple tools that'll help negate all that and teach you how to stabilize your shoulder. First one is stick mobility. So if you know me, you know I created my own sticks because sticks are too expensive. They charge $300 for the same thing that I paid $30 for. All right, so what we want to do, and you can use your broom handle, you can use a dowel, you can use anything. So what we want to do first is place a stick on our chest, crawl the hands all the way out to the end. What this is going to do is open up the chest, and now what we want to do is squeeze the stick, creating stability in our shoulder and tension. It's just going to create that strength. From there, we want to incorporate movement. We're going to pick up our right hand, rotate to the left, driving that left arm up, slow and control, big circles as you can, trying to move in the full range of the shoulder's capability. Under a load. So what's under the load? When we're squeezing our hands together. So it's much better than stretching because we're working to the full range of motion under a load. So we're creating strength. Big slow circles, my top hand's pressing down from the bottom hand, reaching back as far as I can. And then we would reverse. Big circles in reverse. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. This is great for scapular health and mobility, of course. So how long should we do it? You can either do it like 10 reps or 1 minute, depends on how you prefer to train. I usually go for between 30 to 60 seconds. From there, we're gonna go behind our back, push our hands forward, forcing thoracic extension. So I'm not rounding at the spine. We spend a lot of time here on computers and looking at our phone and etc. So it creates tight tissue in the front. So we're pushing it forward in thoracic extension and we're gonna rotate. Opening up the chest, shoulders, and what we're doing is training our upper back to stabilize by engaging the big upper back muscles. That's going to protect our spine. All right, the next one we're going to do is a hip hinge. The most important movement we could do, push your hands forward for thoracic extension. Bring your chest down. If you had a flashlight on your chest, make sure you keep it shining on the wall in front of you. Flat back, so that encourages flat back. It's going to encourage you to squeeze your shoulder blades together, which protects your spine. You want to externally rotate your knees, so push your knees out. That's going to engage the glutes, which protect your low back and your knees. This is a hip hinge. You should feel the stretch in the back of the legs as you go down, and we're just looking for like 90 degrees in the hips. If you can't make it here, then we're going to work up to there. From here, what you want to do is drive those knees out really slow, pushing the hands forward and feel it in the hamstrings. All right, so it's 1 minute each for each of those. That would be our warm up. Next, what we're going to grab is my favorite tool, the steel mace. Practiced with Persian warriors a millennia ago. Warriors used it to create stability. Resistance in circular patterns, but we're going to use it for GPP, just general physical preparedness, and also stability in the shoulder. So what we got is an over-under grip. Under is on the weighted side, and we're going to alternate sides. Just throwing it from one side to the other. Right now I got an ADAX mace. It's adjustable. Mine's up to like 30 pounds. Now we add a squat. Full body workout now. Coordination going. We're just warming up our tissue, still moving mechanically sound. A lot of people will hinge at the hips here because they don't know how to squat. What I want is a squat, pushing your butt back. Drive the knees out. Don't let the knees collapse in like this. I see a lot of people do this. That's called valgus knee. You want to avoid that. Drive the knees out. All right. Next one, for shoulder stability and coordination, we're going to start here with the strict press. This is the rack right here. The weight pointing towards the back. It's actually resting on my shoulder. And from here, what I'm going to do is a strict press. I'm just pressing it straight up, fixate, bring it back down. Strict press means I'm not using leg drive. No leg drive. It should be light enough where you could press it up. Now the next one we're gonna do is a clean. So you're gonna cast it out, let it swing all the way back, opening up the shoulder. Use that momentum to catch it in the rack. Press. And then we would add a hip hinge. And what you want to do is make sure you're catching that weight right here. It'll be much easier to press. Have that hip hinge, big stretch, catch, press. Then you would do the same thing on the other side. Again, if I'm doing a workout, 30 to 60 seconds, it's easier for me to do time than counting. And 1 minute is generally ideal. And I would do the same thing on the other side. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it together in a very functional flow. So I like using flow where the weight's at the end of the stick. I'm not holding the weight right here and swimming around. I don't know what that's about. But anyways, here's the flow, using the weight as we're supposed to. At the end, it's offset weight where the magic happens. So we're gonna do a clean, catch, toss. So now we're hand to hand. Then from here, I would go about 2 minutes. All right, well there you have it, my friends. We got stick mobility that help with creating greater mobile and open up the chest against resistance. It's a lot better than stretching because we're moving in motion under a load, especially if you squeeze your hands. We'll say roughly 1 minute each one. So you have kayaks and reverse, push your hands forward, thoracic rotation with extension, and then a hip hinge, 1 minute each. So we're at 4 minutes, right? Then the next one we do is strict press, clean and press, and then clean and press hand to hand. So it can either be 1 minute each side. Generally I warm up with 30 seconds. So if I'm doing strict press, 30 seconds on the clean. Then on the other side, 30 seconds press, 30 seconds on the clean. And then I'd go right into my flow. So I'd make my flow like 2 or 3 minutes. So we're under 10 minutes for a very beneficial and effective workout. All right, this is Coach Biggs. Stay strong, stay independent. And if you want more information, hit me up in the DMs and we'll get you scheduled.